Right, so that was a promising episode. I really enjoyed that a lot. It caught me off guard because I saw this anime was out and I said, I'm gonna go ahead and watch this. I didn't really know what I was going to expect from this, but it completely caught me by surprise and I really enjoyed this first episode. And I think based off of this first episode, the next episodes after, in fact, this whole season in general, I think is going to be pretty good, is what my intuition is telling me. And that's definitely what I'm hoping for. So, yeah, we're talking about Shinobi no Ittoki. And yeah, let's talk about it. So, yeah, it starts us off with this interesting scene, right? It's all snowy everywhere, and this guy is going down the stairs from the shrine. Well, I think it's a shrine, and he's just going down the stairs, and I'm assuming that's our main character. It might not be, but I'm definitely sure it is our main character. But yeah, he's going down the stairs. It looks really cool. And then we transition over into the school with our main character, Ittoki. And that's funny, his name is in the title. So yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, our main character. And yeah, we see he has a little bit of goofball friends. Yeah. And so yeah. And then he has another friend who has a mask on, and she looks really cool. I like her design. Her name, let me see, her name is Kosetsu. So yeah, she seems pretty cool, and she's just there to kind of just watch our main characters. So yeah, let's talk about our main character a little bit. Well, in terms of design, I think our main character is a little bit more on the basic side, but that's not a big deal. But yeah, but our main character, he's a busy guy. He's always doing things. Like he's going to his so-called cram schools, and he's doing all these things like gymnastics and swimming and all of these physical training kinds of things. And yeah, that makes sense when we look at it towards the end of the episode. But yeah, he's always doing these things. He's not really able to hang out with his friends. He's not able to do the things that young people would normally do. So in that way, it's kind of unfortunate. It kind of sucks that he can't really live his life the way that he would normally be allowed to do so. So that's definitely one thing I take note of. That's kind of sad to think about. Oh yeah, and let's talk about this girl. This girl, Tsubaki, right? So she's just kind of following our main character around, and it eventually gets to the point where she eventually confesses to him, and then all of a sudden the red flags just pop up in your mind. It's like, uh-oh, what are we going to get from this? Like, you just know there's going to be a twist. But why is that? Well, this is just a common trend. Like, usually when a girl is confessing to a guy without any actual legitimate reasons, well, as far as you can see, you kind of are thinking, this is definitely a trap. Something's definitely wrong with this because this isn't normal. Someone's asking the main character out. Yeah. I'm sure. I'm sure you actually really like him. Yeah, and that's even further accentuated when he goes to his house and the mother finds out, and she's like, "Oh, so who's the girl?" He doesn't have anything to say about her. He's like, "Well, I don't know." He's like, "Well, no, I don't want you to go with the girl. You don't even know who this is." And on one hand, you can kind of look at that and say, "Oh, that's just the mother being unusually strict." But on the other hand, you can also look at it and say, "Well, she's just looking out for her son." Like, there's two ways to really look at that. And I guess you could say it's a bit of both. She's being a little bit strict, but at the same time, it makes sense, especially when you see it from the end of the episode, that she's just kind of looking out for her son, especially since she knows that people might actually attack her son. But also, I will say she is kind of strict in a way because, well, she doesn't really permit her son from actually going out and having a life. It's like, well, no, you can't have a life. No, you have to do your training and you have to do all of these things. You can't actually really go out with your friends, even though that's what you want to do. It's, well, I don't really care what you want to do. You kind of have to do it my way. And it's like, well, in that way, I do actually think she is kind of strict. So I'm not going to say she's not completely not strict, but yeah, it is just the unfortunate circumstance that our main character is in. But you know what? Despite what his mom says, he still decides, you know what? You can't stop me. I'm going to go on this date anyways because I'm a young guy and I want to do this. So yeah, he goes out on this date and then the girl invites him to this house. He's going all crazy. He's like, oh wait, I'm going to a girl's house. Wait a minute. Am I gonna get the good ending? No, he doesn't get the good ending. The man ends up getting attacked in the house by a bunch of ninjas. Who would have saw that coming? I didn't see that coming. Did you guys see that coming? I don't know, man. So yeah, he does get attacked. He looks under the bed and there's just some creepy ninja under the bed, and he gets slashed by a blade, but only a little bit on the cheek. Which I'm gonna say something here, okay? I want you guys to pay attention to this. So these guys are ninjas, right? And they're trying to kill our main character. If they really wanted to kill our main character off, how come they didn't poison their blades? Like, that's just basic elementary things right there. If you want to kill somebody, you poison your blades so that if you do cut them, they die. But you know what? I have two theories to that. They either A, didn't think about that, or B, they actually didn't want to kill him and they wanted to capture him instead. But I'm not sure which one that is. You guys are going to have to just tell me on that one. In fact, I'm going to tell you something else. I think there are many times where they could have killed our main character, like when the other ninja later on in the episode backhanded him to the ground. It's like, why did you backhand him? You could have just stabbed him and killed him there. Like, if you really wanted to kill him, you had many opportunities to do so. It's like, but I guess that just didn't happen, and I mean, we wouldn't have a story if our main character died so easily. But yeah, anyways, our main character does end up getting bailed out by his friend Kosetsu, so good for her. She gets him out of the house, and he's driven off, and he's going to the mountains. Yeah, but somewhere in the episode there ends up being a power outage, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I actually have no idea what that was about. I think there was a reason, but I actually wasn't paying attention. But yeah, there's just a power outage randomly. So he's just out in the dark, and there's a police officer, and he's just questioning him, and then he gets slit in the throat, and he just dies. It's like, ooh, that's crazy. But yeah, there's a bunch of ninjas he brought to kill our main character, and then his uncle comes to the rescue. And let me just say, his uncle might be laid back, but he's pretty badass. He's pretty cool. He ends up definitely killing those ninja, even though it's kind of off screen, but yeah, he's pretty cool. He's fast. Yeah, I can't wait to see him in action. So yeah, our main character then eventually ends up going to his house. I think they called it his house. And his mom is there and everybody's bowing down. And so she's the clan head, and she's the clan head for the village of Iga. And yeah, it's a ninja village. So there we go. We got ninjas. And ninjas are pretty cool. And yeah, we got our little story about the ninjas. The ninjas have been around for a while, and they've been kind of in peace in a way, or in a balance. They just haven't been attacking each other because of their codes. But now one of the villages is going to start attacking the Iga village, which our main character is from, and that's the Koga village. And yeah, they want to attack. They just want to attack our village, and yeah, they're just trying to kill the sun. Well, kill the son. I mean, they didn't really kill him. They could have definitely killed him. I'm telling you, they definitely could have killed him. But yeah, our main character is just very fortunate that he didn't get killed. But yeah, that basically is how that episode ends. And there is an after credit scene, and we see that the acting chief delegate Kido for the Koga village. He's talking about how they have to get their revenge from the Iga village because we're assuming they killed their clan head, but we don't really know. But we just assume that they just killed the clan head, and yeah, they have to get their revenge, and that's basically how that episode ends. And also, I just have to say that the acting chief guy, the Keto, he's being voiced by the guy who voices Orsted and Overhaul, and you know that guy's a great voice actor. His voice is just really cool. So we can just assume that this guy is going to be pretty big and he's going to do something cool. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Because it would be disappointing if he didn't do something big, and that would just be a waste of a voice. And I don't know why they would do that unless he was going to be a big character. And one more thing I just have to add on to this. I'm watching you, Mom. I'm watching you, Mother. I'm talking about the mother of the main character. I'm watching her because I'm not 100% trusting of her. I'm just not 100% convinced about her. I'm not saying she's necessarily bad, but I'm just saying, in my mind, I'm just watching out for her, because just because they're on your side does not necessarily mean they're going to be good. I This is just what I'm saying. I'm just saying watch out for her. But yeah, overall, I was just really impressed with this episode. This episode kind of gave me like an older anime vibe, but in a more modern take, and I definitely like this. I definitely think I'm going to enjoy and appreciate this anime. And the unfortunate thing about this anime is, had this not been another season, this anime might have shined. But unfortunately, this anime is airing alongside shows like My Hero Academia, Mob Psycho, Chainsaw Man, and a bunch of other animes that are just really big. So I do think this anime will get outshined, but I still think this is an anime worth considering and worth watching. You definitely should check it out if you haven't checked it out already. This is definitely a good anime. But yeah. But yeah, that's going to do it. My name is DBC, and if you guys haven't hit that subscribe button already, please do so, because I'm going to be doing more reviews for these anime weekly, and other anime like Mob Psycho, Chainsaw Man, My Hero Academia, etc., etc. And I'm also going to be doing anime music covers, so definitely subscribe for that. And if you haven't hit the like button already, please hit the like button as well, because I'd really appreciate that. My name is DBC, and I am signing out.